Beam me up, Scotty. Welcome to Tattoo Talk Show. Sick J, Hot Danny, Woodman,
Flannel Daniel.
Flannel Daniel. Alright, so we're going to have two Dannys on the show now.
Okay.
Here is to...
Nope, right here.
Oh, I know. I was just making sure my drink was ready.
Oh. Alright, here's to Brian Kemp and being an idiot. Jimmy.
Should we really toast that?
Ding dong.
No. Let's toast
Let's toast to being marked unsafe from Brian Kemp today.
Yes.
Marked for death.
So today we're mostly going to talk about how our Governor Kemp is a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a while since I did a shot of whiskey.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, joy.
I shivered.
Okay, whew. Have to do another one to make sure I can get that shit going.
Whoa.
My voice is a little off because I'm smoking the tail end of all my vapes and I have no more juice.
Uh-oh.
And I think that's going to be the it for me.
The it free?
That'll be the end for me. The end.
He got COVID-20s done.
Yeah, no, not yet.
But we might have it here very shortly. Thanks to our lovely government.
Well, yeah, we just extended our window probably.
I keep looking up there for the camera, forgetting that's right there now.
Yes.
Hey, don't
right
tell
there.
them our secrets. Stream secrets. Steam secrets.
Steam secrets! Steam codes!
Steam. Hit me up for free Steam codes only at steam.com. TM.
Who?
Steam. Steam Labs. Not
Oh.
Steam Labs. Steam Labs is their platform for testing shit out. Steam is the
Streamlabs.
no Steam.
Oh, Steam.
Like Valve,
Oh,
Steam.
like
the guy
gaming.
with the water hose valve on the back of his head. Portal 1, Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Part 3. Half-Life Alex, TM. What the hell is that?
Ooh. So yes, as she said in the toast, today we were released to go back to doing something. It's mostly
Spread the virus.
It's mostly just able to go to hair salons, massage parlors, tattoo parlors.
You got tired of not having a happy ending.
What else was it?
We're gonna go ahead and
Everything
read the
but
list.
movie theaters and bars and nightclubs, I thought.
You're right.
Oh yes,
I'm trying to
bars.
get the
We
word
can't go to
out.
bars, which is the only thing to do around here.
I would say more people go to the hair salon than bars around here.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I think that the only reason I would go to the massage parlor is for happy ending. Happy ending.
Yep. That's the only kind of massage
So
parlors we
they're
got around here.
illegal, so.
Unless you go to Limit.
Yes, they're totally illegal, and I would never do that.
That's why you go to Bangkok. It's a joke because all the girls have cocks to bang you with.
Pretty much, they're like San Francisco,
I don't know you.
Hawaii.
You don't know me? That's fine with me. And most people don't know me.
What the fuck?
Fact. Think about it. How many people in this world and how many people actually know me?
I want everyone to know me. That's why I started doing this shit.
Really?
Yes.
I'm here because it's Friday. That's about it.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Actually, I probably
Girlfriend's
do.
sitting next to him.
I mean, I could be doing like homework, I guess, but that sucks.
Yeah. No.
Rebecca Black, please don't copyright strike me.
Who the hell? What the? Just shut the fuck up. Phone.
We do not own the rights, copyrights to anything that we say on the show other than the words coming out of our mouths.
Which we don't even own those, technically.
Yeah. No, we've been on lockdown for so long. Our brain, well, my brain doesn't work right. We did taping of the Kendrick Johnson conspiracy files that will be coming out soon as I can finish editing it. But that's taking even longer because, like I said, my brain's fried. See, look. Notice?
There's no hair.
Yep.
I'm the only person I know that's actually busier now that we've been on lockdown than vice versa. Than not.
Yeah.
Really? Well, yeah, you've got...
Online school, which is a clusterfuck. And I still don't do that much with it. It's just I'm busier because of all the bullshit.
online school. You still get to go to work
Yep.
because your job is essential.
I just work in the doctor's office with all the sick people. We actually had a guy come in that he was getting tested for COVID. So we were like, oh, fuck that.
Did he
Come
go
in and said he was being tested for it.
Yeah, he's got like a broke jaw. And so they can't, you can't just like send him away because he's got a broke jaw. That shit heals wrong and then he's real fucked up.
But would your dad do the surgery in the hospital or?
What is it?
Drink.
Oh, okay.
Drink. So yeah, I was gonna say, does your dad do the surgeries in the hospital at his practice?
I think they opened up the
Just did it.
hospital. That was a good though. I don't know. I'm building them up because I haven't done it in so long, or y'all don't call me on it, so I don't know what to do.
You drink every time. Just...
But they just opened the operating theater for like surgeries. I don't know if it's like essential surgeries only, or they switched over to like elective surgeries. I think is what they called it.
Is this in the hospital?
Yes.
Okay.
He's on the credentials committee. So actually, when they new doctors try to come in and get credentials, their hospital privileges, that he's the one that
Approves or disapproves.
He's on top of the committee, I guess you could say.
On top.
I don't know if he's the head or he's just like
Riding the head.
No.
Do you see where I'm going with that at
No,
all?
no,
I've
not
got a
clear.
stupid
No.
grin on my face. He's on top of the committee.
Yep, he is. And they don't pay him for it, so he steals the snacks out of the doctor's lounge to bring home.
Even doctors are not beyond stealing snacks to get their fair share paid.
He said if anybody deserves to get snacks, it should be somebody that's not getting paid for it, so might as well get some snacks out of it.
So why does he do it then?
I don't know. He don't need a resume, I guess, so shit.
I would say he has his own practice.
Yeah.
He's obviously a well-established dental doctor.
Oral surgeon.
Oral surgeon.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeon. Rope jaw, wisdom teeth, implants. Really, he just wants to do implants and wisdom teeth, but you can't do that.
Ah.
He
So,
used to do orthognathic surgery, which was a pain in the ass, and he said, I don't want to do that shit anymore.
what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's got a G in there. You wouldn't know that. But
No,
let me
I
look it up and
wouldn't.
I'll give you a...
All right, what have you found for us?
I've been doing a little bit of looking. I'm trying to get all of our topics in a row, like all of our ducks in a row. Trying to get all our topics in a row.
corrective jaw surgery.
Yes, we did not prepare at all for this show, so this is going to be everywhere and anywhere, and I really don't care because I'm going to get drunk. Just fair warning.
We're just going to call this the Kemp special, where we're going to make our own little drink named after Governor Brian Kemp. So
'Cause he's
It's actually a
fucking
Long
idiot.
Island iced tea to get you fucked up, because that's how fucked up we are.
Yeah.
But then you throw in a little bit of tonic or something.
All right, so I'll bring up the tattoo parlors. Is one of the things that he wants to open up.
yeah, do you want to do a update on the cases first?
I wonder.
Before we get into the nitty gritty.
I wonder.
No, let's talk about a
You
couple
think
of
Brian
the
Kemp
things-
has tattoos all over, but you can't see it because he's always wearing a suit?
Probably not.
He got like a starfish
Let's
over
do
his
a
butthole.
few things, and then we're gonna do the update because this is unfucking believable. All right.
So to give you an idea of the situation that we're in Georgia right now, we currently are getting ready to reopen the economy, or certain parts of the economy. Thanks to our Governor Brian Kemp giving us the green light, we're giving businesses in Georgia the green light. As of April 24th, which is today, certain businesses like tattoo parlors, gyms, hair salons.
Oh yeah, gyms. That's the big one.
Hair salons, what else?
All these
Tattoo
gym
parlors?
rats are
Tattoo
going
parlors,
crazy.
gyms, hair salons, nail salons
Yeah.
Non-essential businesses that exclude bars and nightclubs.
are reopening as of today, and then as of Monday, restaurants in the state of Georgia can resume their dine-in services with
Huge stipulations.
I totally just said and I'll get to it in a second.
Yeah, too.
But there are stipulations that have come out as of yesterday, although this announcement was made 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
They scrambled together stipulations and regulations in 2 days to put forth because as of April 27th, we will be the first state that went under a shelter-in-place order opening back up. So
Yeah,
we
yep.
are safe to say that we are the guinea pigs of the country right now. Everyone's just going to sit and watch us crash and burn.
And what the stipulation for being able to open up and start going back to a semi-normal day-to-day thing was to show a decrease in COVID-19 cases, show a decrease in COVID-19 deaths, and not be on the rise of it. In other words, not going at a steep going uphill, but even if it was still going up, it would have to be more of a flat level. It's like, all right, a 12-12 pitch, that's bad. 4-12 pitch is like this. They want something that's slow and steady and be able to do that. So with that known, go ahead with the update. Because the last update we did, we were at 80-something, I believe. It was 80-something cases in Lowndes County.
We hit over 100 recently.
We did. So as of today, let's double check our sources because we're just looking at Google right here. So we'll go to John Hopkins. I always forget the S in Johns Hopkins. There's an S at the end of that Johns.
Yes.
But we're just gonna double check our sources real fast because
I'm going to double check my cold medicine, even though I'm not sick.
Alright, let's look at the global map real fast.
It doesn't look like we're losing cases though, even though we are opening up.
Hey man, you owe like 5 drinks, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Is that actually got alcohol in it?
Yeah. It's got my house TM infused vodka.
All right, so
in a $60 bottle.
Alright, so if we're going off of the Google numbers, Lowndes County currently has 113 confirmed cases and 3 deaths. There's no record besides what SGMC is posting on Facebook of recovered cases. They have discharged, I think, 32 patients with COVID-19.
As far as the 32 recovered?
We don't know if that's counted in the recovered number, but they have discharged.
Okay.
There's no record of recovered number in Lowndes County, but we are at 113 cases in Lowndes County. We hit the milestone of 20,000 in Georgia. We are at 21,102 cases in Georgia with 846 deaths.
And Lowndes County has, I think, 50,000 people that live in Lowndes County?
I don't remember. You want to double check that?
The population in Lowndes County alone, just in
50,
southeast
it's like
Georgia.
56,000 people.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's. That's why I said 50 because I didn't know if it was above or below, but all in all, that doesn't seem like it's that bad. But like I said, a week ago when we did an update, we were at 85, 84, 86 as far as confirmed cases in Lowndes County, and now we're up to 100 and something. So
I'm double checking on the Georgia Department of Health website just so we can, make sure we're all clear. Lowndes is actually at 129 cases. I retract what I said. We're going off of Georgia Department of Health. Lowndes is at 129 cases of 4 deaths. This is from the Georgia Department of Health. Georgia Department of Health, we are currently at 22,491 cases. 4,322 hospitalized, and we are at 899 deaths, which is a 4% mortality rate. So Google is not our friend right this second because Google cannot update the math and the statistics as fast as local, state and county websites can. But we're getting ready to reopen the state, and we are over 22,000 cases in Georgia. Granted, Georgia does have a population of over 10 million.
So we had 60 more cases, almost 60 more cases since the last time we did an update, which has been a week. We've been doing this every week, updating once a week on this, and we had 60 more cases in just Lowndes County alone.
Lowndes County alone. And as of today, those certain businesses, the salon, parlors, nail shops, tattoo parlors, gyms, those other businesses that are opening up, non-essential businesses are allowed to reopen under certain guidelines, but the guidelines.
That's part of it.
The guidelines given are supposed to be stringent and supposed to be tough to be able to follow. But I saw a Facebook post earlier. I know I just said that again. The guidelines given to the certain industries aren't realistic for the industries. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the tattoo parlors and stuff like that.
Yes.
There's a post going around on Facebook where, the executive order Kemp gave earlier in April, and I think it might have been late March, early April, that deputized all the sheriff's officers in the state of Georgia, allows them to go in and make sure that the executive orders and all that sort of stuff that he's enforcing is getting, all the stuff that he's writing is getting enforced.
Right.
So there's a post going around on Facebook right now, and that was from this morning, and it was a shot of a guy at a salon, or a barber shop, getting his hair cut, and part of the stipulations is you're supposed to be wearing a mask, the guy doing your hair is supposed to be wearing a mask, you're supposed to be wearing full PPE. The guy giving the cut, the barber, the person doing the services on you, you're supposed to be wearing PPE. The guy giving the haircut's wearing a mask, but he's not wearing gloves. The guy getting the haircut's not wearing a mask, not wearing any sort of protective equipment, and he passed a test from a sheriff's officer.
How are you?
Who's supposed to be enforcing?
But how are you supposed to get a haircut with a fucking mask on? If you
6 feet away.
Whether it's elastic going behind your ears, that's going to get in the way. If you got it tied up behind your head because it's the only mask you have, it's in the fucking way. Now, granted, no, it's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. No. I mean, we've been steadily climbing up. We had almost 60 cases of new cases arise in the past week. But this is with people staying at home. So as soon as we send people out there, we're gonna fucking see the numbers skyrocket.
So
At least that's what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. Yeah, this is fucking stupid.
So last week, Trump released a PDF called "Opening Up America Again," which is supposed to set forth the guidelines for reopening for the governors of the states. And I'm trying to pull it up right now. There's an article in Newsweek that kind of like breaks it down pretty good, but I'm going to pull it up so we can quote off of that and so we can put it in terms.
So I was watching, I don't know if it was CNN or Fox or whatever news channel the parental units had on earlier, but they had it set up dance studios can open up as well. So stand up.
Me?
Yeah, stand up. Don't worry, we don't have the corona.
I ain't kissing you.
Don't get too turned on by my belly. Anyway, so this is how, if you want to go to the dance studio or dance with somebody, stick your arms out. You got longer arms than me. This is how you dance.
Oh, that's cute.
So the whole, if you remember back in the day, because I'm old as shit, in junior high and high school when you went to the
Leave room
dance,
for Jesus.
you only had, the girl had her hands on the hips, or you had her hands on your hips, and then the girl had it on her shoulders or whatever.
Full extension.
Just full extension to dance like that, but now it's arm length away. And then but on top of that, they were wearing gloves. They had on their face mask. And then they showed a teacher with two students that were at least 6 feet apart, minimum, with gloves on and face mask, or with the mask on, and they were doing a solo dance. And wow! And they were like, "Well, how would you do a waltz?" This is what the reporter did. And the two people holding their hands out started doing a waltz at pretty much almost 12 feet apart from each other. Looks silly as fuck. But they were like, at least you can exercise and you're having contact with somebody, but you're being safe.
Yeah. You're being safe, and I guess that's all that matters in the end.
So,
Stay safe.
with the dancing, I get that's a good, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. If you know the person. But if you're going to a tattoo parlor, which I'm very familiar with, and very familiar with the health department guidelines for Michigan, I don't know about down here, but the majority of people in Michigan won't tattoo you if you have AIDS. It's not being discriminatory. It's because if the needle is going into your skin, there is blood coming out, and if you accidentally hit your fucking hand, or you're shading or doing a line, you go too far or something, and you stab those needles into your hand, there's a good chance that you could get AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's transferred. So why would you open up a tattoo parlor? Granted, it is transferred through the mouth and the nose.
And respiratory.
That means it's easier
Right.
to spread than AIDS.
But it is still in your system. So if you're tattooing somebody, you take the same chance of
Having them cough on you.
even if you give them a mask. It doesn't block everything coming out. Unless you're
All
wearing
it
one of
takes
those
is them
industrial
wiping
ones.
their nose before they come in, not washing their hands
Yes.
adequately enough, and touching you.
Now, given the benefit of the doubt that tattoo shops here in Georgia,
Here in Georgia.
Spoken like a true Southerner.
yeah, are up to the health department standards and being clean, sanitized, safe, and all that, there's still, you can't control what the people coming into your shop are. Whether they wipe their nose like you said, or they're doing this, and then they put their mask on and go in, and they want to sit there, and if they're touching your equipment, they're touching fucking the armrest, it's just getting everywhere. You'd have to, even being safe like that, if that guy is drilling on him, there's still the blood, still accidentally hits his hand. I've got ink in my hand, you can't see it now because it's blue from doing pipe work. But anyways, you take the chance of catching it, taking it home to your family, giving it to the other people there that you know don't have it, and not wearing a mask around them. Because, believe it or not, wearing a mask is uncomfortable as fuck.
Just ask any doctor or nurse.
Yeah, or a construction worker that has to wear it for his safety. It's fucking stupid. I don't understand why this governor would do it. I'm saying this governor. Oh, can I even claim him as my governor?
You're a Georgia resident, aren't you?
Technically, not
I was gonna
by
say
law.
not technically.
I tried to change my license. I went to change it, but I was not allowed in. It was closed down at your DMV. So I was unable to change my license to say I'm still a resident of Florida, even though I've changed everything else but that. So, I mean, all right, well, I'll just call my governor. You're a fucking idiot. I don't know how you got elected
Give him the chair
in the office, and I'm not drunk yet. God damn it!
That's a whole nother thing that we can talk about on a different day.
And I think it goes along with Kemp's an idiot.
There's a reason. There's a reason why the federal government offered assistance during the election of 2018. The federal government offered to come down and oversee the governor's election in Georgia because Kemp was the Secretary of State, and you know what the Secretary of State does?
Oversees the fucking
Oversees
elections.
the elections. So it's, what is that called?
conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest. That's what I was going for.
I was not thinking that. But, I mean, that's really good.
That's really good.
Fuck, you surprised the shit out of me on that.
So
I don't think you're stupid. Don't take it that way.
That's smart. I graduate soon.
I'm
man.
going to block everybody here for a second.
So the problem that we're having right now, and what the topic of the whole show is going to be, is that Kemp is reopening these businesses that it is impossible to do your job without being in close proximity to somebody else.
Yes.
These businesses that he's opening all have to be in close proximity.
Can I go to Best Buy now?
You have to be in close proximity, and that is the number one way that the coronavirus spreads. Is you're getting close to someone who has it. They may not even know they have it, but you're close to them. The fluid is transferred. You now have it. You take it home without realizing it. Your family now has it. So.
And it's businesses that should not be opening.
It is businesses that you have to be in close proximity to the consumer.
Yes.
That's the number one issue. Is you could open certain businesses and not have to be in close proximity to the consumer.
Did they say how long it's going to be for your pizza to get here?
8:03.
8:03.
No, I got 7 minutes.
Scott, you did.
I was going to say, I just scared the shit out of her, and I turned around and got the shit scared out of me. All right.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the guidelines that are supposed to be set forth when it comes to reopening the states. Trump covers his ass by saying all the guidelines that he is putting out, they're all voluntary. The governors don't have to follow them. The governors are the governors of their states. They can do whatever they see fit, whatever they think is best for their state.
Right.
Yada yada yada, whatever. In the proposed guidelines, this is before they even start phase 1 of reopening, which we are currently in. Georgia is now in phase 1 of reopening as of today. Before you start phase 1 of reopening, before you even touch it, you're supposed to see a downward trajectory of influenza-like illness reported symptoms within a 14-day period.
We haven't.
A downward trajectory of documented cases of coronavirus within a 14-day period. And influenza-like illnesses and COVID-like illnesses, a lot of the symptoms are the same. So
We have not
you have to see a downward trajectory of symptoms over a 14-day period.
Maybe we have seen a downward trajectory of influenza, of the fucking flu.
Maybe, but not of the COVID yet.
No, definitely not the COVID.
You have to see a downward trajectory of documented cases of COVID-19 within a 14-day period, or a downward trajectory of positive tests as a percent of total tests within a 14-day period.
We need to put tags.
Hospitals have to be able to treat all patients without crisis care, and a robust testing program, and it has to be in place for at-risk healthcare workers, including emerging antibody testing. This is all before you even start phase 1. Georgia has not seen that we know of.
Not what they've been announcing and showing everybody.
So Kemp is saying that his decision to reopen the state of Georgia is all based on data and is all based on statistics, and he's saying that we have the data and the statistics to support the reopening. But if you look, as of yesterday, I didn't do a whole lot of looking yesterday, but as of today's Friday?
Today is Friday.
As of Wednesday, we were at 19,000 cases. As of today, we are at 22,000.
So that is 4,000?
3,000.
3,000?
3,000, give or take.
Over 3,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like I said, granted, Georgia has a population of over 10 million, so 22,000 people in a population of over 10 million. You want to do the percentages for me? I can't do math.
Regardless of the percentage, even though say it's 22,000 is not a lot for 10 million people, but now you have 22,000 people that are sick that will be going out just like everyone else that isn't sick, and you have people that are asymptomatic, which have it but aren't
100%.
showing, going out and
100%.
mingling, thinking they don't have it, and sharing it with those other
0.22%.
10 million people, or the rest of the 10 million people out of that, and now you have infected a shit ton more people.
Which is the problem, because if we all know, how long does it before you actually start showing symptoms?
It could be a few days to up to 3 weeks. They're going off the basic guideline of 2 weeks. If you don't show anything, most likely you don't have it. But like I said, we're staying at home to try and avoid a massive outbreak of it and overwhelming our hospitals.
The idea was to flatten the curve.
Right.
We were never going to be able to stop it.
No, there was no stopping it. This was to slow down so we didn't overwhelm our medical.
Spread out the number of cases.
And
so we don't have an influx all at once, and we have to choose who lives or dies. Spread out the cases so when it happens, and we have the medical needs and we have the medical supplies to take care of the people that get it.
And now we're just gonna allow it all to go back to fucking mingling.
My new thing is that we're gonna be closed down again in 2 weeks. Like, I would put my money on it.
Well, you have to wait like
Wait,
2
to 3
3 or
weeks.
4 weeks, because the people who are going to get today are going to wait 2 weeks for them, and the people that transfer it after those 2 weeks are going to be the next 2 weeks. So it's going to be
Within the next
3 to 4 weeks is like
month to
my
2
minimum.
months, they're gonna think that everything's fine, and all of a sudden we're gonna have a shit ton of people, and it's all gonna crash down.
Which,
We're gonna crash and burn.
which
And
is
then
going to
that's-
be another topic we're going to talk about later, is what the motivations behind this are, because we can all very clearly
Pizza's
see
here.
it's not about our well-being. It's not about the public health of the people of Georgia. It's all about money.
Definitely money. I mean,
And-
they're so far behind on unemployment, paying people, not
Once
only
you-
yourself but
Once
myself.
you reopen, once you allow the businesses to be open, that takes the responsibility from the state and places it back on the business owner, because, hey, you're allowed to be reopened. We're not the ones keeping you closed down. You're the ones closing down yourself. You're paying those people on unemployment by yourself now.
Well,
Before, it was the state's responsibility to pay people for unemployment if they were laid off due to COVID-19. But now that the state has mandated people to reopen, it's no longer their responsibility, which is a whole other topic we'll talk about later. But
yeah.
you can tell this hits very close to us. We're very knowledgeable about these parts of the government the parts of the businesses that are currently about to reopen. We're all very knowledgeable about them. So it's very infuriating to see this happening and to see this be done by people who don't know the businesses and the people who don't know what they're doing to the public of the state of Georgia.
I'm just gonna throw this out there because this is gonna be this is something that crossed my mind. There's no reason. Tattoo shops, I have no problem with them. Please, I mean, come on. I used to fucking be a tattoo artist.
Look at your body.
Yeah, I love tattoos, but there's no reason to open up a tattoo shop other than what is the thought on people that have tattoos? Majority of the time, it's you're white trash, you're a fucking junkie, you're a drug addict, you're a fucking whore, you're whatever.
You're typically lower income.
You're trashy.
Exactly. Lower income, and hey, what better way to start spreading and seeing what happens to the fucking lower income people? More people to test on or do whatever, or just get rid of the lower income people, than to open up a tattoo shop and have them go get tattoos. Tattoos are expensive. They're not cheap.
Good tattoos
Good
aren't
tattoos.
cheap.
Good tattoos are not cheap.
And cheap tattoos aren't good. That's why you pay
Typically,
high dollar
yes.
for the fucking high class whores, and you pay low dollar for the whores that will give you the whores that will give you.
Don't
the
drink Coors
diseases.
Light. Fuck Coors Light. Hashtag not sponsored.
All right, you all up for a break?
Pizza should be here.
Pizza should be here soon.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break so they can get a couple slices of pizza, and then we'll come back and we'll go on with our discussion. But
We'll do a
first,
deep dive.
before we go, let's play our card game. I threw a Joker card in here. Whoever gets the Joker card gets to pick who drinks.
I'm gonna get that shit. Not right
Who wants
this
to take
time.
the first card?
I'm gonna get it on the fourth
High
time.
or low?
We're
You get to
High
pick.
or low?
Okay, it's high.
high card drinks. Ooh.
Fuck.
Oh, sweet.
Lowest of the lowest.
Drink it up. But I've been waiting to drink this, so cheers. That was a little better.
Oh,
What
he
is
just
up
got out
with
the
the
car.
first
Alrighty, you guys. We'll see you in a second.
Bye. No, we'll be back.
Put the tags on. Put the tags on.
Alright, so we're back.
What tag should I put on?
COVID-19. Brian Kemp.
Oh, she's putting the tags on our YouTube.
Yeah, no one's gonna.
So him and I are gonna do
Find
the
us.
next drinking one.
Uh-oh. What? It's low.
It's low.
9.
You got a 9? Damn.
Oh, shit, dog.
Fuck.
I was lucky there. I could have fucked myself right there on my own.
Yeah, you could have. Wait a minute, you said low. Low carb drinks. You drink, motherfucker.
Yeah, well,
Hey, throw this away.
You're the one who instinctively drank.
And because, alright, we're gonna have to make this rule stick fucking for what's what. Joker chooses who fucking drinks.
Alright.
Lowest card always drinks.
I thought it was whoever's drawing. What the fuck was that? Goring?
You put in Herman Goring? That was a Nazi.
I forgot the
The
A.
I or A in Georgia or something. We got some fucked up states.
Alright.
I wish we could throw a picture up. There's a post going around or whatever. The German guy. Yeah. The German guy
Yeah.
named all the states from what he knew of them. Being from the U.S., there's a lot of fuckers out there that don't know half the states where they are and couldn't label them right anyway.
Mississippi.
So he went and labeled them, and there's like there's one Texas, there's like 4 Ohios.
Where the fuck is Ohio?
Yeah, and then finally gets to where the fuck is Ohio? Delaware, Maryland, and all that. He was like, what the fuck is this shit? There's just so many little states there.
Yeah.
He got Washington, I think, Oregon. Yeah, Utah might have been incorrect.
You're gonna be drunk before you leave here. I'm just saying. Y'all gonna be walking.
That's all right. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Alright. So,
Yeah, West Virginia.
the only bad thing is I miss playing the music, because at least then you got something to listen to and get up, and when you hear the music end, you know we're coming back on. We can't do that because YouTube from other countries says, oh no, we have the rights to that, even though we know damn
you
well
gotta
they're
get
American.
shitty copyright-free music.
Royalty-free music.
Yeah, royalty
baby.
free. There you go.
No, because I fucking looked that shit up and I tried to find something that's decent.
Garbage.
It's all garbage.
It's all garbage.
All of it.
Why do you think every single 5-minute crafts video and all the other shit has the most awful music playing in the background?
'Cause it's
Any video you see on Facebook where some fucker's doing a craft or literally anything else is that garbage royalty-free music every time.
So I'm gonna send an email off to some of my favorite bands to see if I can get the permission to use their music
Oh, why not?
during the podcast. What's the worst gonna happen? They're gonna tell me no.
They're absolutely gonna tell you no.
So, and since all
Showing
these
out to
ones
Prince
don't have
while you're at
music, they're gonna see that it would be so much better to free advertisement for them. I'm not gonna pay to use their music. I get it for free
We already did the first
after I pay
time.
for it. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I got iTunes. I don't use it.
So.
Spotify.
It's not like anyone's actually fucking watching us. I even went on here. I have. Oh, we got 2 watching now.
Uh-oh.
That's these
technically
2.
3.
I'm on it, but nobody counts me.
Watch triggered.
I'm watching myself talk and move, and I'm very verbal and articulate with my hands.
Say
You
what?
talk with your hands.
I talk with my hands.
You do.
That's fucked up. I'm okay with that. Anyways,
We're talking about our Lord and Governor, Brian Kemp.
the Lord and Governor. Are we done with those?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have waited to come back till, because she's the intelligent one. I'm the drunk one. He's the
I'll have a bachelor's degree in a couple weeks. Sorry.
he's the funny one. Yeah, bachelor's degree in fucking. What was it?
It's in the College of Mathematics and Science, but it's like computer information systems with a minor in computer science.
So he's a fucking nerd and he's really smart. He's Leonard.
Talking about Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Nobody watches that shit. No. Only people who aren't actually nerds watch that shit. There you go.
That's the total opposite of what I've heard before.
What? What do you say?
What'd you put?
Trumpulistilskin.
The Trumpulistilskin.
Trumpulistilskin. Oh, fuck. You still didn't spell it right, but I don't know if there's any right spelling. I'm just kidding. No, the spell checking doesn't like Trumpulistilskin, but that's because that's not a real word.
Yeah. It's still funny as shit. Oh man.
Is that okay if I put that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said we're talking about our Lord and Governor Brian Kemp and our orange in charge, Trumpulistilskin.
That's awesome. I'm
I'm gonna start
I don't even
making.
know how to say this. I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm not a full-on nut about it.
You're a Republican. You're not a Trump supporter.
I'm gonna start making
You're a Republican.
shitty
No.
electronic like Doom soundtrack music
I will
that we
put
can
this
play
out
it.
there. I am on the conservative side, on as far as what they look for conservatives. But I always, it doesn't matter if they're Republican, Democrat, or well, I'll never vote liberal because they're fucking idiots to me. But I always look for the best out of the bunch. What I think is the best out of the bunch. So if they're Democrat, I'll vote for Democrat if that's what I feel is the best thing to go for. But
You don't have to like the person. If they
I hate everybody.
if they represent your party and they represent what you believe should be important for policy implementation and party platform, then you don't have to personally like the person. That's a big debate right now in the
Yeah.
Democratic Party. You don't have to. You can be a Republican and not be a fan of Trump, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But you can be a fan of Trump and not be a real Republican.
Yeah.
You can be a Democrat and not be a fan of Biden. But you can be a fan of Biden and not be a Democrat.
Yeah. Well,
Well, because
Well,
Biden.
Biden's senile, so anybody's
Well,
a fan
no,
of
it's because
him.
Biden's policies are more left, more
more or less.
Moderate?
more left centrist.
Oh.
Almost even closer to like a right centrist. Because you have the left wing and then you have the right. Well, sorry.
We need a
I'm
political
gonna do that
compass
so you know what I'm
meme.
talking about. We have the left wing and then we have the right wing and then you have the center. Well, Biden is here. This is the right wing. Here's the center. Here's Biden. But he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
Give me back my tax money. God, I ain't making enough money to be taxed anyway. Don't take it. I got $85 back from state.
My opinion on who to vote for me every time I go to vote for anybody when I'm allowed to vote is the lesser of two evils.
But it shouldn't be that way.
Here's the problem, though.
I'm sorry.
All the-
there's
That's a problem with
All the
politics.
politicians
Yeah.
are evil. That's the problem, though.
And Trump's not a politician. He's not exactly the brightest guy when it
No,
comes
he's
to
certified being an
certain
idiot.
things. And he does shit because he doesn't give a fuck because he's a rich guy. But
He's a hype man. That's what people don't understand. The reason he does so good in the ratings is because he hypes people
Because
up.
he talks loud.
Listen to the shit he says in his we're the bestest, we're the greatest, we're the mostest, best, greatest. Everything he does is hyperbolic.
Trump said on national TV the other day when he was talking about disagreeing with Brian Kemp. Said on national TV, and he was talking about those Georgians, those incredible Georgians. We just love those Georgians. We love them so much. Those
That's
Georgians are so incredible.
That's his rhetoric.
That's how you get votes. You're like, oh, he's talking about us. He's
That-
talking about our
everybody-
people. He's talking
everybody
about
knows
us.
somebody
see,
like this.
that's where, but that for me, that's where I'm like confused. As in, all right, I know I live here now. I know I'm going to be here for a while. Maybe the rest of my life, maybe not, depending on how things go. But I grew up in Michigan. I'm a Michigander. I'm a Midwest fucking
I'm white.
person.
Racist.
Yeah. it just. But I don't. Yeah. Anyways, let's
But
fucking skip that.
At the same time, before we leave this topic,
I got something to say.
you don't have to like the person, but you don't need to support a person who can't be morally and ethically right to you. If you don't agree with their morals, if you don't agree with their ethics and the way they handle themselves and the way they talk, you don't have to like it.
And
Don't vote for them if you don't like that shit.
First off, actions speak louder than words. So I don't care what any of the Republicans. Fuck me.
You donate $50 million to me, I'll vote for your ass.
No.
I don't care what they're
Actions
saying.
speak
it doesn't-
louder
If
than
they're
words.
doing
Give
what
it to
they
me.
said they would do, even if I didn't vote for them and they still do what they said they would do, that shows more to me than fucking you running your mouth like this Kemp dude. Oh my God, if I would have been down here and seen those fucking advertisements for his campaign, how the fuck did he get put in office?
Georgia.
I was about to say he's white.
but the shit he was saying at that time, and even this whole Trump, even this whole Trump,
with the right wing that wasn't activated. It's the same right wing that got activated with the Trump election.
Maybe it's because I could disagree with all the fucking people that, whether they sit there and say, "Oh, I'm totally Democrat, no matter who it is, even if they're fucking wrong, I'm still sticking with Democrat." You're an idiot. I don't agree with that. That's fucking okay. Yeah, he's right wing and he's saying all the stuff for the right wings. There's a point where you need to be yourself. Just because you're a part of this party doesn't mean you have to vote for it.
Well, that goes back to an entirely psychological discussion about tribalism, about how we want to be part of a pack, we want to be part of a community, and we get that fulfillment and that we fulfill that want with political parties.
But that's fucking stupid.
And it goes into the idea of echo chambers where we surround ourselves with people and we surround ourselves with news sources and we surround ourselves with information sources that echo back what we want to hear.
I'm sorry, but that's fucking stupid.
But it's psychology. It happens.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying
Absolutely.
I disagree. And I think it's fucking stupid. Here's something you want to be a part of something in this country. You want to feel like you're with everybody or with whatever. You're American. What does Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever have to do with that? If you need to be a part of a
culture,
subculture, that's just, you're weak. That's like people that fucking join gangs because their family life wasn't good and they want to feel family, so they join a fucking gang and no, the fuck.
All our gang watchers just left.
I don't give a fuck.
All our gang viewers. The Aryan Brotherhood gone. The La Chancla's gone.
M13, you're all fucking weak. You all fucking went to something that's fucking.
Please, I don't want to die.
You don't want what? An opinion?
I don't want to die.
They ain't gonna blow up your mailbox.
I'm one person out of fucking
8.
How many? We're not even big enough for any of them to give a fuck about us. I'm just saying, if you want to feel something for your country, just be proud to be American. You ain't gotta fucking just full
you ain't
right,
gotta do
full
shit.
left.
If you live here, you actually don't
The
have
problem right now
full
is
scorpion.
The pandemic is showing a lot of the weak spots and blind spots that a lot of the American public didn't know were there. So, yeah, be proud to be American, but also understand that America has its faults. We're basically a third world country wearing a paper bag right now.
I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but we are making decisions like a third world country.
We can't provide health care for the most vulnerable in the U.S.
No.
We can't provide benefits for homeless, veterans, even legal immigrants. Like we can't do any of that, and there are countries that can do that. But we're better than them because we have the tribalism mentality. But that's what I'm saying. Like you have to understand that it's okay to be proud of your country, of your nationality, to be proud of where you're from, but also understand that America's kind of fucked too.
We are definitely not perfect. I never said that was perfect in any way, shape, or form. But to sit there and to divide yourselves and stick with one side or the other, which I've seen not only with parental units, yourself, him, me, it all just seems like it goes one way or the other and there's no happy medium. And we need to find the fucking happy medium.
And that goes on. That is from years of polarization. That is ingrained in the human brain chemistry that we want to be a part of something. We want to be a part of a group. We want to be around people who are like-minded like us. The problem is not a lot of people do the research on their own because, like I said, we have echo chambers. We surround ourselves by things that we like and things that we want to hear. Not a lot of people push through those echo chambers.
We are a social...
We're social creatures.
Yes.
We're social beings. We want to be
around... But there are also people that have pushed beyond that, not giving a fuck, and take advantage of that.
Love that you're just watching yourself on the screen.
I'm just having fun.
He's bored, so he's gonna.
No, see, I thought we were doing the argument, and I had my last thing to say, and then we kept going. So.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Say it now.
As I said, we all know there's people that got a whole lot to say, but they ain't talking about anything.
Like you?
Yeah, that's it.
And we all know those people who got opinions.
They talk a whole lot, but they ain't
got
said a
shit to back
single
it up.
thing.
Talk a whole lot, but
I ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, there's a lot from both sides that have those opinions, or not unbiased, but unfactual,
Uninformed.
uninformed.
Thank you, uninformed fucking information because they heard it from a reliable source that they believe is reliable.
See, in high school they call me Dick. It's short for dictionary, I think.
And here's the thing. The term uninformed shouldn't be an insult.
No.
If you find the term uninformed and offensive to you, become informed. That's all it takes.
It's the same thing with ignorant. It's the same.
If you find the term
Yeah.
ignorant offensive to you, become unignorant.
You can't call me stupid
Do
for
the
not
research.
knowing how to fix a car. I don't work on cars. I don't work on your cars.
Yeah.
If you're like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot because you don't know how to work on cars,
No.
there's no basis there.
The
If
word
it-
idiot is an insult, but I use that in the term of somebody that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Now, if I work at your mechanic
and they
shop,
think they're making a right decision because that's what they believe without facts.
Absolutely. If the term uninformed when it comes to politics offends you, learn about what you're talking about. If I tell you you're uninformed and you are offended because you can't figure out why I told you that, figure out why. Do your research. I'll have an argument. I'll have a peaceful, civil conversation with anybody that wants to do it as long as you can tell me the facts. As long as you can tell me why you feel that way, we're good. No voices will be raised. We'll sit here and we'll talk like civil people. The second you tell me you have an opinion and you don't know why you have that opinion, but you have that opinion and I'm wrong to have my opinion, you're uninformed.
Yes. That's why, with majority of the time, when you and Pop start talking about political shit, I stand up, say I have to poop, and I leave.
And you know what? It's okay. You don't have to be...
I don't want to sit there and be a part of it because it's not that one or the other or both of you are sticking with your opinions on shit. It's what you know and don't know, or the misinformed or ignorant on some things. I don't want to be a part of the conversation. I don't want to get in an argument over it. The couple of discussions that we have had that dealt with political shit, we've understood each other's position, but it wasn't, oh, you're fucking wrong, you're an idiot, you're stupid, blah, blah. It was, oh, okay, I see your point, but this is how I feel about it. I see your point, but this is how I feel about it, and that's the end of it. Just like now, we're not actually arguing over it, we're discussing it. Whereas he just does what I usually do, makes a smart-ass comment, and fuck anyone else.
I just don't like both sides. I think they're both wrong most of the time. Like I said, the politicians are the evil people. Y'all don't seem to understand. They're the ones getting paid to fuck with the shit that you want to vote for.
The institution of political parties should
They're
be
profiting
okay.
off of us, whether they're in office because you elected them or not. You know,
I think...
they're the ones
let me
profiting
just-
off
let
of
me
this
just throw
discourse.
Let me just throw a little bit of history into the ring. I think, and I know this is awful and a lot of people are going to hate this, I think we should be able to elect president and vice president the way we used to. President was elected and whoever came
Gladiator.
second... No, whoever came second in the election was your vice president.
Oh.
That's a good idea, because regardless of if a Republican won or a Democrat won, you still had both parties in office. And she is a history fucking major buff.
I have a bachelor's degree in history.
Yeah,
Bachelor of Arts, baby.
That's why I say she's a smart one. I don't mean to insult him.
Sorry.
He just looks
He's
that
a
way.
smart one when it comes to the computers. I'm the smart one when it comes to tablets of the old kind.
And I'm just me.
I like watches.
I've got the street knowledge.
I don't have any of that. And when it comes to common sense, I have 0.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever... No, I have said it before, but not on this stuff. But I've been to prison. I grew up by Detroit.
I drove past the prison once.
Right, Eminem?
I said by. I didn't say that. I claimed to be from Detroit, but lived in... Yeah. Anyways, so...
8 Mile, baby!
And... Would you just fucking say it already?
No.
You got your finger in
Nah.
the air like you're about to do a prostate exam.
Nah.
Will you say it?
Nah.
Say it.
Nah, I mean to say. I got a stupid tip of the day after this, though. That'd be funny.
Let's hear the stupid tip of the day.
Tip of the day. If your mechanic charges you for blinker fluid, I got an email from a Nigerian prince you need to read.
Oh my god. Alright, so back to Kemp. Or do we... No, we need to do another drink thing. Low man drinks.
Low man. I was going to take the
I'm
third
good.
card.
You want the third card? Fuck.
Unless y'all got a king and an ace,
do you
I'm
all
done.
see this?
I'm toast.
Well, you all see face cards. So I'm just going to go, this is the low card.
I got a queen of diamonds.
I got a king of hearts.
Oh, we did get
Jack.
the whole family there.
Yeah.
We call it on a happy family at the Chinese restaurants.
I bought this so I could do shots at the beginning of every episode. And now I'm doing this to get drunker. So let's talk about Kemp's opening of stupid shit.
Well, I'm going to the beach apparently because he opened that shit up. Or was that Florida? But probably both.
When Kemp decided to mandate the stay-at-home order, when Kemp wrote the statewide mandate stay-at-home order, it overrode the stay-at-home orders put in place by any cities or counties. So in doing so, this is the first issue we have in the beginning. It overrode any of the stay-at-home orders and the, ordinances to close down the beaches in Georgia cities like Tybee Island, all that sort of stuff. So when Kemp wrote the stay-at-home order mandate, it reopened all of the Georgia beaches because it overrode any of the Georgia city and law ordinances put forth.
Pretty much the governor can
And
override anything that the city mayors...
And there wasn't a provision in the stay-at-home mandate that specifically closed Georgia beaches.
Life's a beach.
So by technicality, when the stay-at-home order went into place, Georgia beaches reopened.
Alright, so looking at this as far as like we talked about tattoo shops and hair salons or nail salons,
Both.
a beach would be more preferable to be open, to be able to still do the social distancing and keep away from people.
Yeah, at least
Whereas these are up close and personal. This one you can go with a certain amount of family members and enjoy a nice day and get a getaway from the fucking sticking in the fucking house or sitting out on your front porch or back porch. No offense to any other Georgians that are hillbillies and enjoy doing that. I'm just saying that's more preferable than actually having a massage parlor open. Sure, you can wear a mask, but...
Hell, they already wear masks at the nail salon.
Yeah, well, that's because majority of them are run by fucking Oriental people.
Alright, so
Which, I'm not stereotyping, it's literally in...
Around here, it is all owned by one guy almost.
Yeah, and they're all Oriental workers.
And he's Vietnamese.
So, yeah, that's... Nah, no racism there. What you looking up?
I'm trying to make sure that we have all our P's and Q's straight when we're talking about which businesses can reopen.
Fun fact. They say mind your P's and Q's, but because apparently back in, I don't know what days, when they had bars, they had pints and quarts. And so you put them on your tab as pints and quarts. And they said mind your P's and Q's, so you didn't go over.
He's not wrong.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find...
See, this is fungicational too.
Alrighty, so as of April 24th,
That's
businesses
today.
allowed, that is today, businesses allowed in Georgia that were allowed to reopen were gyms and fitness centers,
Yep. So,
bowling alleys,
yep.
body art studios known as tattoo parlors, barbers, cosmetologists, and hair designers, nail care artists, estheticians in their respective schools, and massage therapists.
I thought esthetician had an A in it.
Estheticians, though. No, that's aesthetic.
But isn't esthetician
Estheticians is facial care.
based
and all
off of aesthetics?
No.
Okay, whatever.
No. On Monday, April 27th, which is just following Monday, the businesses that can reopen are theaters, private social clubs, and dine-in restaurant services.
So in other words, a theater, which is enclosed, in a tight space, it's okay to go. That to me, that'll make sense. Even if you want to go to the movie theater with somebody, are they still going to make you sit 6 feet apart?
Here's the best part yet. If you're wondering about other types of public places such as shopping/dining complexes, retail stores, bars, and concert venues, they're not going to open yet.
No, there is a word. This esthetician.
First off, didn't we prove that alcohol
Okay,
kills
let's take
fucking the
the A off of it.
coronavirus? Or wasn't that something that we looked up? The alcohol kills it?
It doesn't kill it.
It doesn't kill it.
I'm sure alcohol kill anything if you let it sit there long enough. See?
Well,
But
They misspelled
Wait a minute.
esthetician.
So supposedly 80-degree temperature, 80 to 85-degree temperature kills the coronavirus.
I thought it shortened its lifespan.
Well,
I mean, that does mean kill, but it doesn't mean like you blast with 80 degrees and it's done.
So when we had a full week of 85 to almost 90-degree weather here in Georgia, it should have decreased the amount of people getting
my
affected.
car then. Nice.
Should have, but we're still going up. So how's that work? I mean, they're talking about use a blow dryer, shove it up your fucking nose and on heat, and that kills the virus, and you're good to go.
I remember you talking about that, and I was like, I don't know anybody that would do that, but
I mean, that was actually on the website.
I tend not to mingle with the lower 30% of the population on the intelligence curve there.
Alright, so there's a set of guidelines set forth that all those businesses that are supposed to be reopening today are supposed to follow, and we'll talk about a couple of them. You're supposed to be screening and evaluating your workers who exhibit signs of illnesses, which you were supposed to already be doing to begin with.
Yeah. If you weren't doing that already, then like, what the fuck is this gonna help?
Requiring workers who exhibit signs of illnesses to not report to work or to seek medical attention, which you were already supposed to be doing to begin with. Enhancing sanitation of the workplace as appropriate, already supposed to be doing if you were open.
Yeah.
Requiring hand washing or sanitation by workers at appropriate places within the business location, once again, if you were open, supposed to already be doing that. Providing PPE, which is personal protective equipment, as available and appropriate to the function and location of the worker within the business location. So, I'm going to find the local news station, WALB, put forth a list of guidelines, and I'm going to try to find that.
Okay, so first off,
When it comes specifically to hair salons and things like nail salons.
while she's looking that up, PPE, personal protection equipment. The number one thing on the list, now I don't know if it's even number one, but one of the top things.
Most crucial.
Yes, most crucial. You know where I'm going with this. For PPEs, should be a face mask.
A face mask that can stop the transmission.
Correct. Not just any face mask, but a face mask that has a certain standard, a certain type that they have. So, those are few and far between and hard to get. Correct?
Yeah.
They are becoming increasingly hard to get, yes.
You can't order. The doctor offices are having a hard time to get them, which should be the
unless you ordered them 3 months ago.
Yeah, and you can't even go to Home Depot or Lowe's and pick up a ventilation mask that would be appropriate for this stuff, because people were going and taking those too because they were freaking out. So how do you even have all of the PPE?
It's like when I went to Academy Sports a couple weeks ago. The guy walked in with a respirator breathing mask on him, like a gas mask looking thing, and I was like, I think he's a little over prepared for this.
Alright, so I found the post, which is supposed to outline the minimum basic operations to reopen Georgia for business. I talked a little bit about it, and this is from the Valdosta Facebook, the Valdosta City Without Limits Facebook, which is the official Facebook page for the city of Valdosta.
Right.
And it includes the PPE, the first 5 that I talked about, and it's going to continue on. Prohibit gatherings of workers within the business location. Permit workers to take breaks and meals outside in their office or personal workplace or in such other areas where proper social distancing is attainable. Implement teleworking if all possible for workers. How can you telework?
Works for servers real well.
At a tattoo parlor, at a nail salon, at a massage.
That's what I'm saying. Just open up all the shit that you can't telecommute with.
Implement staggered shifts for all possible workers.
That's not gonna happen.
Virtual meetings if possible. Deliver intangible services remotely wherever possible. Avoid shared use of
needles,
phones, desks, offices, or other work tools between employees. Prohibit handshaking. Encourage hand hygiene. Suspend the use of pin pads
on credit card readers.
Credit card machines.
I've been touching those all week. Love
Electronic signature captures or any credit card receipt signature requirements.
Wait, you're supposed to not use a credit card machine.
Not use the pin pad. So if you run debit, you know, ask for your pin.
Right.
They're saying alter it so it doesn't ask for that.
Majority of banks now give you a fucking debit card that has a Visa or MasterCard logo.
Yeah,
Very, very few use just a debit card that doesn't have that logo. So everything should be used as a credit instead of a debit. So you're not punching on the keypad.
Well, sometimes
Well,
they do
no.
run a credit, yeah.
If you do run credit, they'll ask for the zip code of the location of the billing address. So either way, either you're putting your PIN in for the debit or you're asking for the zip code of the
I'm
billing
not
address.
see the only places that I've seen do the zip code is either a gas station
Yeah,
Majority is a
never,
gas station.
Yeah, I never get the zip code one.
or
I have a couple places.
I think like a Dollar General. I think I've seen a Dollar General.
I'll go to John John.
So
Enforce social distancing of no non-cohabitating persons while present on such entities' leased or owned property. Provide alternative point of sales outside buildings, including curbside pickup, delivery of products and/or services,
That's
if an
Best Buy for
alternative point of sale is permitted under Georgia law. Increase physical space between workers and customers. Provide disinfectants and sanitation products for workers to clean their workspace, equipment, and tools. And increase physical space to at least 6 feet between workers' workspaces.
So that's not physically possible for a majority of these for tattoo, massage, nail salons, hair salons.
Restaurant.
Restaurants,
Oh, there's a whole other set of guidelines that restaurants are supposed to follow.
I was
We'll
going
talk
to
about
say,
that
yeah,
in a
that's
second.
going to be different. So, what's up, Pops?
Hey, you know what we was talking about, that disinfectant thing?
Yes.
Just read this from the top to bottom, not stating anything else, just read it
All right.
as it's written.
As it's written. So, as a respiratory therapist, I watched a clip about the disinfectant that Trump talking about. People need to listen closely, and before I say this, I will tell you that I am not registered to vote, and I don't vote. I am neutral. He is basically brainstorming for an idea to help the lungs. He stated that disinfectant kills the virus in 1 minute, so he proposed a question: can we inject disinfectant, not Lysol? He used the word disinfectant in the lungs, but that is for the doctors to figure out. Now, a layperson like Trump will say disinfectant, and a medical person would say medicine. Medicine dumped into the lungs happens all the time. I personally have dumped respiratory medicine down in
Yeah, that word.
endotracheal
Two.
Endotracheal tube.
endotracheal tube.
That word.
Directly into the lungs. When babies are born prematurely, guess what? Yes, we inject the lungs with medicine called surfactant that helps keep the this word looks like it's made up.
Brachial.
No,
Alveolar. Alveoli.
Alveoli, yeah.
open to oxygenate the lungs. Ow! Thank you.
Shit.
Antibiotics are sometimes
Knock his
injected
brain
into
back in
affected
place.
parts of the lungs through a chest tube. So what I want the general public to know is that we do not inject medicine into people's lungs that, yes, act like a disinfectant, antibiotics in quotation or parentheses. So why is everyone in an uproar over this? If you are a layperson and don't understand what he said, then ask a medical person. His statement was so twisted around and misinterpreted, and this is coming from a respiratory therapist that has
You don't have to
injected
raise your hand,
medicine
you're not in
in
class.
people's lungs. Lysol brand has perpetrated misinformation and panicked the general public who doesn't know anything about the lungs. And Trump never used the word Lysol, so why did the Lysol brand think it was why did the Lysol brand think it was talking about that, and why would Lysol brand embrace that? They look ignorant. So people, yes, we do inject medicine in the lungs. We do know the facts. Stop panicking.
I can't find it.
That fucking back to me. High five.
No. First of all, we're not talking about politics on this show. We barely.
We already did that.
to begin with. That is political. That's politically driven. Don't even act like it's not.
It's not. It's
Second of all-
Lysol in the lungs.
Second of all,
Yeah, don't put Lysol on your lungs, idiots.
No, never. Never put Lysol inside your
You
body.
know when you spray it in a room, you walk
Never.
out of the room.
Never.
So we're gonna take
second
a quick.
of all, you're assuming that the layperson.
Is everybody that's not medical.
You're assuming that the layperson is actually going to go to somebody medical and ask what they mean. No, the layperson is going to take what they see on the TV, put it in their brain, and do it.
Only the stupid ones.
That's all you need.
We don't need them anyway.
Nope. Please nope.
While I may agree with that, I'm not going to say it out
All
loud.
right,
You're
so
stupid
I'm gonna
enough
stop
to
this
do
right
it.
here.
You're not
We
going
will
to
come
read.
back in a few minutes after this quick break.
And we'll talk about restaurants.
Yes.
don't know. We've been talking about this all the time.
I think Kemp took me off Facebook.
Probably.
Yeah,
She does that shit all the
She blocked
time.
us all on Facebook.
She got rid of her Facebook.
We're back.
Hit me up. My social security is 434-789-2358.
Is that really it?
That's probably 10 numbers. So subtract one of those in there somewhere. No, I couldn't.
434.
I couldn't remember that number if I said my life.
Yeah, no, I was trying to order pizza earlier and I almost put my social security number in.
Mine starts with a 6.
I don't have one.
I've lied 3 times just now.
I'm too old. They didn't give them out back then.
You
I
have a
wonder-
social security number.
I wonder who the
Nice
first
try.
person to get one was.
Was it 0000001?
That's what. Do you think anyone actually out there has the social security number? It's like 1000000.
No, wouldn't it be 0000?
Well, I'm just saying anybody, because I don't think they gave out 0000 or 0001.
I was gonna message Kiki and then I was like, no.
I'll have to find my mom's and see what hers was, because she was born in 1927.
It's the number 11.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is Kiki watching you?
No, I was
No.
gonna
In fact,
message
I'm
him.
kind of surprised that Bethany's not watching. Arian's not watching.
I sent him messages.
Let me fix this.
Who else? I mean, our
fix
regulars
this.
aren't watching. That's kind of weird.
Well,
Motherfuckers, I hope when you see this, fuck you for not watching us live.
Fuck you, Monty.
Yeah, fuck you, Monty.
Who's Monty?
Friend of mine on a gaming thing.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that gave them
There we
the
go. I
peppers.
fixed it.
He gave us the hot peppers.
So
And if Chris,
That's why.
that guy Chris
Yeah, Big Chris.
Looper would actually show up for a fucking podcast, we could actually eat the other peppers and do the rest of the hot sauces.
yeah, because what's the purple peppers?
I don't want to die.
I don't know. I had a purple pepper earlier.
What are purple peppers?
Literally purple. I've never seen a purple pepper.
Was it hot?
I have purple
It had a little ting to it,
What-
but it
what
wasn't
kind of-
bad.
I have purple peppers outside.
Oh, they're growing outside?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to definitely get one of those and take the seeds off and regrow some more.
Just to see what they are.
'Cause
Yeah.
They got like purple bell peppers, but that ain't it.
No, it's not.
No, this is a deep violet purple. This is a true purple violet color.
They have
But it was only
Murasaki purple
about
peppers.
an inch.
What does it look like?
Rareseeds.com. I don't think you got one of those.
I could
Let
have
me
it.
see.
Oh, they didn't have a picture.
No.
Why did you give me a link then, you idiots?
No picture.
5 purple
So
peppers.
we're gonna talk about restaurants and what
My
they're gonna
favorite
do for
one
the
is Mom and
social
Dad's.
distancing
sorry.
to be able to go to a restaurant now that is open and available.
Ooh, purple Marconi.
So,
It does say you have to. That servers have to wear masks.
yes. Okay, so we're going to go over a set of
Servers.
guidelines that have been given by the
What
state
about
of Georgia
workstations?
that all restaurants that are going to be open and providing dine-in services have to follow. Number one rule is that there cannot be more than 10 people per 500 square feet in the restaurant.
500
Also-
square feet
Mm-hmm.
of 10 people.
Also, they say they're not seating more than parties of 6.
That color,
We'll talk
but
more.
Because that's just a cayenne pepper.
Sorry, we're having a pepper break.
I apologize.
Because I was going to say, like, maybe
But
you got
not
a weird
that
strain
big.
of cayenne.
I mean, they're only this. We're,
So it's like a red hot chili looking pepper?
no,
What's
we're
purple?
talking like. Do you ever see the peppers that look like Christmas tree bulbs?
Yeah, I thought those were red hot little chili.
They're little bulbs. That's
Okay.
what they look like
Courtney
right now, but
was-
they're that purple color right
Courtney
there.
was giving out the guidelines.
So go ahead with the guidelines. Sorry.
Shit, that's a whole party
I
up in
see you
here.
listening.
So what are you contributing?
You'll get a band. If you ever heard of them.
And we're back again.
Quick break.
Pops showed up, and we didn't know where that was gonna go. So
Yeah, we
I
never know
knew
where
it.
Pops is going to go
Yeah.
with things, so we just.
So,
went
fun
pause.
fact, you can't Google red hot chili peppers if you're looking for peppers. You'll get a band.
If you've never watched this before, as far as this show,
That's what's wrong with you.
the parental units join us at random points in time. They come in, don't want to be on camera, but they will speak their minds and say their opinions and interrupt everything that we're doing. It's not a bad thing. It just happens. So we're okay with that.
It's
Go on.
actually variety.
All right, back to the guidelines for Georgia.
No, you can't.
Not that bulbous.
Yeah.
So all employees are required to wear masks or face coverings that they must clean and or replace daily.
That's not gonna happen.
They have to now keep in mind, this is for restaurants. They have
Ristorante.
to increase physical space between workers and patrons, limit contact between waitstaff and patrons. They have to establish limit numbers, the number of people that can be in the restaurant. They have to implement signs that people with COVID-19 are not allowed to enter. Those signs must be on your front door. They must hold all meetings and conferences virtually whenever possible. Remember, restaurants must do this. They must stagger workstations whenever possible. Discourage workers from using other workers' phones and equipment. They have to ensure the food safety manager certification of the person in charge is up to date, which is something you have to have regardless. If you're open and you're operating, you have to have at least one person in the building that is serve safe or food safe certified. That's not a time of pandemic. That is just a normal requirement.
You gotta have one?
And you have to prohibit handshaking and all unnecessary person-to-person contact while in the workplace. Those are employee measures. Now this is customer safety measures, and there's a long list of these boys. So you have to discard all food items that are out of date, which you should be doing anyway.
That's not really a new thing.
You have to discontinue use of all salad bars and buffets. So sorry, Golden Corral.
Smoke pig.
Okay, so
Sonny's.
can you skim that real quick and go over stuff that is a new add-on to something that's not of normal practice?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so that way we're not reading everything that is normally going on.
Yeah.
When it's nothing going on
So
with the
the
pandemic.
discontinued use of salad bars and buffets.
Don't kiss when you walk in and meet the host.
I was thinking of Jimmy.
Buffets.
When you walk
You
in,
were
don't
totally
don't.
American
Stop!
on that.
Like you keep making me lose my train of thought.
Why?
She just said buffets.
Warren.
And you missed
Jimmy.
it.
No, I saw it.
Okay.
You saw it.
That's hot.
So, if a grab-and-go service container is being used, you must stock the cooler no more than minimum levels.
What?
Sanitize the entire facility prior to resuming services and continue to do so. Between diners, clean and sanitize tables and commonly used items. Use only previously rolled silverware and eliminate all table presets. Remove all items from self-service stations and have employees provide items when needed.
So you gotta ask for salt and pepper, basically.
Yes.
That's a pain in the ass. I'm not going out to
The
eat.
use of disposable paper menus is strongly encouraged and discarded after each use.
That's not gonna happen.
Clean and sanitize restrooms regularly. Increase cleaning and sanitizing surfaces. Restock restroom supply and paper towels at all times. Ensure at least 6 feet of separation from seating to seating. Utilize physical barriers on booth seating when available. Limit party size at tables to no more than 6 people in a party. Where practical, consider reservations only or call ahead seating. Remind delivery drivers and suppliers of your internal distancing requirements. Post signage on entrances that no one with COVID-19 symptoms is permitted in the facility. Where practicable, physical barriers such as partitions or plexiglass at registers should be used.
I have them.
Use technological solutions wherever possible to reduce person-to-person contact. Provide hand sanitizer for use by patrons. Don't allow patrons to congregate in waiting areas. Design a process to ensure patron separation while waiting to be seated. If possible, use an exit from the facility separate from the entrance. Mark ingress, egress to and from restrooms to establish paths. Where practicable, takeout and curbside services should be prioritized. All restaurant or dining playgrounds should be closed.
Sorry, Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so say like McDonald's, you can't go into the fucking kids area to have your
They
kids
don't
playing
even have
around.
it anymore.
Some restaurants still do.
Some McDonald's
Like
do.
Chick-fil-A still has them.
Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
has it, but
All right, so here, I get a question with what you just said.
all right.
Use disposable paper menus.
Mm-hmm.
Would that, as far as, because we've been trying to go green for so long now for recycling to be better for the planet, wouldn't it be easier to use
Just wipe down a
A
menu.
menu you can wipe down.
Yes, a vinyl covered, plastic covered menu that's non-porous that you could wipe down and disinfect at the same time and reuse those to keep up with the green initiative?
You would think so, but then you have to think about the accountability fact on the part of the employees. Are the employees actually going to be doing
The
that?
human error, yes. That I mean, I agree with that. But you're talking about going back to a way that would be
It's very.
backstepping from what we have come used to.
What's the word I'm trying to think of?
Regressive?
No, not regressive.
What-
It's very.
Regressive.
That's the
from
word
what
he was
we,
thinking of.
You got to give me some words
The
to give me.
word. It's
What's your sentence?
like disposing of things.
That's not
I
environmentally friendly.
understand disposing would be easier for people.
The word.
You're just saying the word.
Wasteful.
Yeah. It's,
What's the better word for wasteful?
It's wasteful, yeah.
Yes,
But yeah, it would be wasteful.
it's not environmentally friendly.
Correct. I mean, granted, a lot of shit that we do that's supposed to be green isn't really green. But
Yeah, we stopped recycling in our city. And we don't recycle glass. The easiest freaking thing to recycle.
yeah,
Prodigal? What the hell? That's not an adjective. I mean, a synonym. Careless.
so
It's like, yeah.
all right. So there is actually a shit ton of more things added on to what the normal business operating, fucking, I don't know which way to put it.
The standards of operating business on a typical
Without a
regular normal
pandemic
situation.
involved.
Standard operating procedures.
Yes.
So
And we're supposed to be operating at a minimum basic operations. All businesses right now that are allowed to be open are supposed to be operating at a minimum basic operation standard.
which, all right. So what I'm taking from this, even though all these places, different places, are going to be opening back up. All right. Let's say they all do. Tattoo parlor. You have 6 employees. Does that mean all 6 employees are going back? I wouldn't think so.
There's not going to be business.
There's not going to be enough business to keep them there. But, okay, when I worked in a shop, in different shops, there was only one shop that actually paid me a weekly paycheck. Otherwise, I was paid daily, and depending on how much, I got a percentage out of how much I did. So you could have an employee sit there for 12 hours, not make anything, but still be there just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with like a restaurant, you can't have your full staff there.
It's wasteful.
But it also goes against the people per square footage bullcrap.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You can't have your full staff there. You could have a skeleton crew for the kitchen to make the food. Then maybe 2, say that where you worked at that particular restaurant, I won't say the name, maybe 2 people, because you're not filling up a whole huge area. You're not going to get a large, what do they call it, high top?
A large party.
A large party of 10 or more people.
The party room.
Because you can't sit them. We can't sit parties.
Correct. So even if you
right
stick
now.
with the 6 people, and then you,
Shit, there goes my Christmas party. Fuck.
yeah, I mean you can only have 1 waitress is plenty enough for a party of 6, and then you can only have so many people in a 500 square foot. Most, like your restaurant, I think was maybe 2,500 square feet. I'm guessing at this. I didn't actually.
Hell yeah,
measure it
Texas
out.
Roadhouse is pretty big though.
How big though?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. How many people know the square footage of the restaurant? Only the higher up people would know anyway.
I'm going like with the size of like this house here.
What was this 1,800? More than that?
1,800 is what I would guess at. So the restaurant, say it's double
Are they
this.
counting the kitchen and offices though, or are they counting only the dining area? Because
Exactly
I'd be
my
like,
point.
yeah, we got 3,500 square feet over
If
here.
you're allowed, say,
So
in that restaurant, you're allowed fucking 350 people. All right, now you're only allowed so many X
Well, hold
amount of
on.
people.
if my house is 6,000 square feet, would I say that the restaurant is probably 2,500 square feet? Then, if I'm comparing
And
the
you're
two,
allowed how many people per?
10
per
people.
500?
10 per 500.
Was it 50 people total?
So 50 people total. So you realistically, you would only need 2 or 3 waitresses, waiters.
That's the same, but is that going to subtract from the total?
Realistically, 2 to 3 to 4.
Because maximum capacity
But
is like
At that point,
156.
if you actually have 4 people there for the just in case you
228.
fill the max,
228,
the just in case, your last 2 weeks, let's say last 2 weeks, you would weren't having shit for people in there.
My last 2 weeks of working, I had a night where I had 2 tables. And I was there from 4 o'clock till 9.
And 2 tables. So that's shit for tips, shit for money because they don't fucking actually pay fucking the wait staff money. They pay the lowest amount because your tips make up for it.
Because we're tipped wage. The tipped wage in Georgia is still at $2.13.
Which is probably another podcast of we should get rid of this tipping.
Next week we're going after the bourgeoisie.
But I'm just saying, like I said,
The bourgeoisie.
you might get those few idiots. You might end up with, say, enough tables for one waitress. I don't want to just say waitress because I'm not trying to discriminate.
Server.
Server, thank you. I
Wait
couldn't think of that fucking word. It's not enough to keep it going. The amount of money you're going to be spending on keeping the electricity on, the lights on,
That's what I'm saying.
the signs on.
It's fixed costs versus variable costs. All your fixed costs are still going to be there. So if you don't make enough money to cover overhead, so less wages, then you might as well close down.
Yeah. And then, of course, you got the bigger corporations like she works for. They can say, well, we can justify this because we as a whole make enough money, but
Well, they'd still close down underperforming.
we're there for you people. We're here to make sure you get food. Because food's not in short demand right now. Toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah.
The problem, there are 2 big problems I have with this, other than the ones I've stated. 2 big problems that I have with all of this. One are the people who are the ones wanting this to happen, and 2 is the reason why it's happening. 1, the people wanting this to happen. The people wanting this to happen are not the people who are going to be going back to work and putting themselves in
Risk.
the path of. They're not the ones going to be the ones exposing themselves to this. They're going to be the ones that are going to be served and catered to by these people who are going to have to go back to work. I'm not the one protesting for my job to go back. I'm not protesting to go back to work because right now I don't feel like it's safe to go back to work in an industry, in a place where I have so much contact, direct contact with people, and I have to be as unjudgmental as possible and assume that these people are safe to talk to and safe to interact with. Even with the guidelines given by the state, I have to treat these people like there's nothing wrong with them. I have to treat these people like they're normal. I have to give them service like they're normal, even if I don't feel safe in doing so. But the people who are advocating for businesses to reopen are not the people who are going to be serving them. It's the people who are going to be served by the people. It's not the Karens going back to work. It's not the Karens that are going to be cutting the hair. It's not the Karens that are going to be serving you food. The Karens want to be served food.
Or the Chads.
They want their hair to get cut. They want to go get their nails done.
Because they were too lazy to learn how to do it themselves.
Instead of putting the better of the Commonwealth,
The greater good
first, they're putting their own selfish and needs and wants first, and that doesn't sit well with me.
I agree with you on that completely and wholeheartedly.
If me not going to work and me staying home and me not going to the grocery store but once every 2 weeks, unless I absolutely have to, can save one life, I will absolutely do it.
And this is something that I had said to you when this first was brought up and by Kemp, and it's just whether it was a rumor or said it was going to happen and it come on national TV and that he was going to do this. First thing I thought was, this is about saving money. You have so many people filing for the unemployment, for the Pandemic Unemployment Act. I don't even remember what it's called. It's PUI.
Unemployment and the CARES Act.
Yes.
I think it's CARES.
So you're going to be handing out all this money. Not that it wasn't already paid for by companies, because if you own a business, you have to have unemployment insurance. You pay into it regardless. If you own a company and you have employees, you have to pay into this. So that money should already be there, but they didn't expect to have billions of dollars to be fucking thrown out to everybody. I said I filed for unemployment. I was told, I tried looking online, I misread what I had done and tried to go into it and end up filing for 2 weeks that I wasn't supposed, or no, 1 week that I wasn't supposed to on 2 different occasions, dumbasses, because the website set up wrong. But I filed when I was supposed to, and now I'm waiting to hear back if I'm even going to get that. Then they send me a letter saying that I might qualify for the pandemic unemployment, and I filed for that as well. So now I'm still waiting. This has been almost a month. I filed on between the 1st and the 5th of April, and this is the 24th. So the month is almost over. I still haven't gotten a confirmation that I'm going to get anything, whereas you should already have your unemployment because you were laid off because of the pandemic. Should be guaranteed, and yours is definitely almost, you're like a few days off of a month.
I filed for unemployment on March 29th, and my claim is still waiting a determination, pending on determination by the state of Georgia.
So instead of fucking sitting here and paying everybody out with the unemployment insurance like they should and getting this going right, hey, let's open shit back up, make people go back to work. We ain't got to pay that money.
Well, it's not even the making people going back to work. It's with the stay-at-home order and with the closing of businesses by the state, they are taking the responsibility of the unemployment because they are causing the unemployment. If you can't go to work, you can't go to work. If the state is mandating that you can't go to work, you can't go to work. But if the state is allowing you and allowing your business to be open and you choose to be closed, that's your responsibility. That's your choice. That's out of the hands of the state.
It's about the money.
And that's exactly why this is happening. Kemp doesn't give a shit about the citizens of Georgia.
Not at all.
Not at all. Because if he did, he wouldn't be reopening. We wouldn't be reopening with 22,000 cases of coronavirus in the state. It's not about the citizens. It's not about the welfare, the well-being of citizens, and it's not even about restarting the economy. No, it's about saving the state of Georgia as much money as possible, because once the responsibility of unemployment is off the state, it becomes the responsibility of the employer, which is how it's always been. And in the cases of mass layoffs, a lot of businesses will already go ahead and pay unemployment insurance, and that's how it's always been. But if the businesses are allowed to be open and they choose to not be open,
then it's on them.
The responsibility is on them. So then they have to fire these employees so they don't have to pay them for unemployment or give them work when there's no work to be given. So when all this shit goes down, when all this shit backfires and we have to reclose the state, all these people who are allowed to be on unemployment right now, when they lose their jobs completely, when they are fired because those businesses can't run and they don't have the ability to pay them on unemployment, they're going to be fired. They will not be eligible to reapply for unemployment.
It's literally fucking a majority of us to do this. It's not good. It's not only not good for us health wise, but it's not good for us pocketbook wise. And the fact that a lot of companies, whether it's credit cards, mortgages, phone companies, and so on, knowing that we cannot go to work because of this pandemic, it's holding us back. It's fucking a lot of people. And I know I'm not elegant with words, but that's just the way it is.
I think the way that you have to look at the situation is that it's not for our well-being. It's not for the betterment of the Georgian citizens. It's not for the betterment of our economy. It's to save Georgia's ass when it comes to money. And it's going to backfire. And you know what? I will gladly eat my words if it doesn't. If it doesn't backfire and we somehow make it out of this with everything being okay, I will gladly eat my words. I will gladly come on here and say I am so sorry I was wrong. But watch, I won't be.
You know what? I'll fucking back that up, because if nothing happens and this goes better than what we're expecting, and I mean better by it doesn't go fucking with a shit ton more people with the coronavirus and people not being able to get unemployment because of this bullshit, I will sit there and apologize about this whole fucking thing. I will admit my wrong, but I don't see it happening in a better way.
I will gladly say that I apologize about saying that I believe our governor's an idiot. I will still think he's an idiot. I will still think he's an idiot for doing what he's doing, but I will say you're lucky that it came out the way it did, and I am sorry for saying what I said. But at the same time, you are literally being told by the President of the United States, who called to congratulate you
then rescinded that.
Called to congratulate you the day you announced it, the day after you announced it, and then the next day smeared you on national TV, throws you under the bus.
Actually, you know what? Y'all been hearing from... Oh, here's the camera. You've been hearing from myself, who I am probably considered middle class.
He's sick, Jay.
And she would be considered upper middle class.
I'm not, no.
No, wait. And the reason I say that is just because of the family as a whole.
Me by myself, I'm considered lower class.
Yes, by yourself. But with your family, you actually have family that if you need it, they will help you. This guy, this sweetheart, cute little motherfucker, well, I say little, but this tall motherfucker over here, he falls in the upper class. As you've heard numerous times, not as an insult, your father's a doctor.
Yeah, he grew up in a trailer, so shit, yeah.
He's a necessity. His business is still open.
He didn't inherit
You're
any money.
Still working. You know, you do have more than us two. We're not even going to compare you to anyone else, just us two in general. What are your feelings on this? Because you've been quiet the majority of this time. So this isn't... I don't know if I want to say this doesn't affect you, but it kind of does, but not as a whole.
Well, here's the difference in the execution of the first thing to do once... Because everybody started squirreling our resources when they heard about this, I guess, or that's, what I want to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit.
So what did he do? He got on the phone with his accountant to call up so that he could be first in line to file for the PPP loan or whatever, so that he wouldn't have to lay off any... Well, okay, so the stipulation is you get this loan, it's a business loan, it's to help pay wages. You can't lay off or fire any of your employees, and you pay these wages. And there's some kind of stipulation, like if your business doesn't close or doesn't go out of business within the year or something, it's a grant, basically.
So this
you
is
don't even have to
something
pay
that's
back.
just free money for him that he can just take and
but
do whatever the fuck
it's
he
to pay
wants.
wages, and then there's some kind of stipulation on his salary, like they only pay like 20% of his normal salary or something because he's outside the bounds of the qualifying amount of money.
Right.
But that was the first thing he did, was call up and try to get in line for the PPP loan or whatever it was. So then his second thing was that we're open because what he's saying is Dad wanted to stay open so that we could keep the people out of the ER and go into the hospital because they have, teeth that are hurting them or whatever. Because there are people that show up to the ER when they got a, infected tooth or they need their wisdom teeth. Well,
and the ER can't do shit for you. Don't go to the ER if you have dental problems. Go to...
So we're solving that problem is we're trying to keep people out of the hospital to keep their numbers down so that they can deal with what needs to be dealt with. But also, you don't want to be at a hospital with this going around anyway because that's where all the people that got it wind up. So
right.
You come in contact with somebody in triage waiting to get seen, and now you've got it because it can go through the air. There was some kind of article about how somebody that had COVID-19 was in the vicinity of people in like a restaurant setting, and like 7 other people wound up getting it because the air conditioning is just blowing the air around the entire restaurant.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So the person with the coronavirus happened to be sitting near the air conditioner, and the air conditioner was flowing in the
and
direction
carrying it
of the rest
further
of
than
the
it would
patrons.
normally go, which is...
That's what air conditioner does. It recirculates the air, so, go figure. But, yeah, you don't want to be near the hospitals when all that's going down anyway.
Well, I mean, all right, so this, I don't know if this is going to be true or not, but the way I'm seeing it is, even...
And we've still taken extra precautions in the office setting. So, we're not kissing them when they come up to the front window to get,
Really?
Signed in. No, we stopped doing that in January.
That. So, but with this happening, with everybody not being able to go to work because their job's not a necessity, not being able to pay the insurance, which is dependent on them working to be able to pay that. Do you guys take people without insurance?
Yeah, but you're not going to want to pay for it yourself if you ain't got insurance.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying.
We had a very phenomenal case recently. Somebody's insurance paid 100% benefits on their surgery. That shit never happens.
That's a rare
insane.
fucking thing. But yeah.
The maximum we ever see is like 80%.
So insurance companies are wanting their fucking money. We
get claim denials all the time. We get shit that, you didn't check this box. We had that happen.
Has it gone up?
Has what gone up?
Has the denials gone up since people aren't working?
Not to my knowledge, but
You don't handle that part of the books.
Like I said, I'm there for the listening, and people call me. Y'all take insurance? Yeah, but we don't take like Medicare that can't cover dental and teeth and stuff like that. Or
Medicare doesn't really cover shit.
They don't cover shit anyway. People are like, I got Medicaid. Y'all take that? And we're like, no, they don't cover in the first place. They don't cover dental in the first place. Even if we did take them, they wouldn't pay us in the first place. We file any insurance that is valid, and they tell us what they're going to pay. We take that off of your treatment plan, and you have to pay that up front before surgery because we're not have you hit and run us and take
right,
off.
well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to sit there and have a $50,000 fucking surgery and only get fucking $20,000 of it. It's not going to be worth your time, and you're paying for the experience, not just the overprice of the fucking medical.
I mean, I will tell you, you need a tooth out. Don't go to a dentist. Go to an oral surgeon because they'll put your ass to sleep and you won't feel it. But some dentists are good at what they do, but a lot of times we get the dental office will call, hey, y'all got a spot open to take this? And we're like, what the fuck did you do? And they've been sitting in the chair for 2 hours yanking on this tooth and trying to take it out and shit. And now they're scarred. They're in pain. They're hopped up on medicine and adrenaline. So now we don't know what we can give them.
Okay,
can you fix this?
That's my one tooth back here. I sat in the chair for an hour and a half.
Wrenching on and shit.
Wrenching and wrenching and wrenching. I've been... I want to say lidocaine, Novocaine, so many times injected that by the 7th or 8th time he injected it, it was numb for about 10 minutes and then it wore off. And I'm like, that hurts. He's like, all right, let's put some more. And I'm like, you know what, fuck that. Rip the fucking tooth out and get this done with. I'm tired of fucking waiting for it to go numb again. And had it pulled out. And that was after he split it in half. And everything else.
Yeah, we'll get it to where a dentist is like, oh yeah, I can take the tooth out, and they try to take out 3 teeth, and they get the 2 out, but then the last one doesn't want to come out, and they screw up the person and whatnot, and then now they're all pissed off about it, and they got to come to us to get it done the right way.
So, even though it doesn't seem like the richer side of this could be affected, they are going to be affected or have been affected because people don't have the money because they're not working.
Yeah, businesses died. I mean, it's. I mean, we got. Say for example, if we saw, you see 15 to 20 surgeries a week, and then you do like follow-ups, new consultations, and all that stuff, and say you see 6 to 10 of those, so you see 40 to 60 a week. I mean, we've got days on the schedule that they got nothing.
So you went from 40 to 60 people a week.
I mean, now we're down to like 20 people in the week.
Yeah, that's. I mean, this is affecting everybody.
So I mean, people obviously don't want to spend their money that they ain't got in the first place. But the people that do have their money, that they probably don't want to come by an office anyway. But we do have signage like if you have it or tested positive or have a high grade fever, like just call us and reschedule. Don't even bother coming in because we're not trying to get it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure also you got people that had something scheduled and they're like, I'm gonna hold off and wait this thing out.
They had it where they were having people wait out in their car and they were gonna call them when to come in so they could go seat them to keep traffic out of the lobby because the more surfaces they touch, the more you have to diligently wipe down and. We don't watch them the entire time they're in the consultation room. We're working.
Yeah.
Not the waiting room, not the consultation room.
Well, they're doing that for clinics and everything else.
I mean, everybody should be doing that, but we reduced our foot traffic so that there's less human interaction between a bunch of random ass people.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of smart. So,
business is down. Buy stonks. Buy low, sell high.
The entire situation just upsets me because
the first card.
I don't like that I am being told that I need to sacrifice my health and my well-being to save somebody else.
Wait.
What is it?
Is ace low?
Well, it's always low. Ace is high.
Alright. Well.
It's supposed to be a shot. Why am I the only one doing shots?
Because you're an idiot.
I don't mind being drunk. You don't like getting drunk.
No, I got homework to do later.
She doesn't mind, but she...
I don't want to send my professor a love letter when I get home.
You write yourself a love letter?
Yeah, no, I don't want to write my professor a love letter instead of doing my homework.
Well, see, myself, I get drunk. Only thing I got to worry about, oh, wait, I might have broke up with my hands last week, but hey, I'm drunk, so I don't remember, and I'm getting what I want.
So I think we're just going to talk about what...
You got to go home and read about stenography.
Excuse me. Got one right here.
Oh, that was
what the best possible solution is for Georgians, and that's just, if you can stay home, stay the fuck home.
Pro tip: trickle down economics doesn't work. All right, next.
Definitely stay home.
Don't pimp yourself out for capitalism. If you don't have to leave the house, don't. If you don't have to leave the house to go get your hair cut and you can wait a couple more weeks, or you can do it yourself, just do it yourself. They're not going to be that mad when they see you. They understand. If you don't have to leave, don't do it. Save yourself, save other people.
Yeah, she wants to go to Target and I won't let her.
No, I don't. I want to go to Target so bad. Target's like my happy place, but I'm not that stupid.
I think that if we're still going up in numbers. To me, going from
they're
80
not about to go
something
down
and going
either.
up 60 fucking some odd points up in numbers.
Seeing how you're being a bad mother and neglecting your child, I am taking her outside. And don't tell me to shush if I'm telling you you're a bad mother.
That's my dog. I'm neglecting my dog, apparently.
Neglecting her dog.
It's my grandchild.
And that's mom.
I'm neglecting my kids.
So I'm thinking, fuck, I
Fine.
forgot what I was thinking.
Because you ain't got a brain.
No.
We already went over that. That was the
What
last
I'm thinking
point.
is, instead of us rushing to open up the states or certain states that we need to get this stuff going so we can not have to pay out so much money and not worry about paying out more money when it gets worse. When we start seeing the numbers slow down and not go we went from having 3 or 4 cases up to 8 or 9, and then it went up more, and now it's doubling, and now it's up. Like I said, it went up almost 100%. Almost, it went up 80%, if I'm correct, 60 out of 80. So it went up 80%. Wait till those numbers start slowing down. We're still going to see numbers go up, but wait till they slow down to the point where it's leveling off slightly, and not an arch on it, but it's leveling off. Then maybe start going back out and letting things go out. Not this whole, 80% is only 20% off of 100% of people. So now this is all open, if people like us, if there's not more people like us saying, no, I'm just going to stay home and wait a little bit longer to see what happens, and majority of people go out, and it starts doubling or quadrupling or 10 times the amount of people getting affected, it's your own damn fault. You should have enough common sense not to.
So here's the problem that we're seeing. There's actually a graph on the Georgia Department of Health website if you look, and it's got the daily confirmed COVID-19 cases from February 1st to April 24th, which is today. And what you'll see is those numbers, they'll go up, and then they'll go down. And then they'll go up, and then they'll go down. And then they'll go up, and then they'll go down. And right now we're in a downward spike. We are in a downward spike. But we're also coming up on a weekend, and they don't do tests on the weekends. Okay? That's the first thing to consider.
As far as the numbers going up and down, are you saying...
Because I was going to say it's just more...
of the daily confirmed cases. So this is cases... Alright. So say one day we had 50 people get infected in total for the whole state.
Yeah.
And then the next day we only had 39. 20. And then the next day we had 40-something.
Next
and then
day we had 800.
Right.
All that sort of stuff.
Okay.
We are on a downward swing right now, but that's very easy. That can change very easily.
How consistent is that? Is that for one day or is that for several days?
I can't get it to come up closer. Okay, so as of April 24th, if all precincts are reporting, there were 32 people in the state of Georgia.
Okay. 34 new cases.
New cases. April 23rd is 113 new. April 22nd is 227 new. April 21st is 430.
Okay, so we're actually on a slope
here we
going
go.
down.
Yeah,
April 20th is 596.
it's asymptotic.
April 19th is 456. April 18th is 363. So it literally goes.
Yeah, it's not just a way up, way down. This is like, okay, we got 300, we got 400, 500. Now we're down 400, 300, down to 100.
And then right back up.
But for the month of April, or from the beginning, from February?
This is from February 1st.
So we're seeing things going up and down, up and down, up and down. We don't have a steady going down. longer than a week or so.
And longer than
No,
2 days.
it looks like they
2
stopped.
days.
It looks like they decreased testing by 50%. It's what it really looks like.
And that's because one, they don't test on the weekends, and two, certain counties are still only testing if you have the symptoms, if you have all the symptoms, and if you traveled.
So they're not doing the test that they should be doing to begin with, and the majority of them are, we're not going to test you if you don't have a fever. Which is stupid because the fever is only one of the symptoms. That's fucked up. Oh.
So let's see if I can bring this up, because it's got a daily average of COVID-19 cases.
But again, if you
Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
Talk to me. I'm lonely like your ex.
Nobody's talking to me.
Where you hoes?
At
I'm figuring that's what it is. Fuck.
So as of April 18th, the daily average of cases was 598.
I guess our main concern with this whole thing is that Kemp is a fucking idiot, and this is gonna blow up in our face.
where's the thing though? Isn't Atlanta where like a lot of the cases are?
Atlanta? Was it
yeah.
Albany? Albany? What the fuck was the other city that had a lot?
Albany.
Albany? And not New York. I'm talking about Georgia.
Albany State. Albany,
Georgia.
Albany.
We have an Albany, Georgia.
So if you look right here, this is a confirmed case rate per 100,000 people in the
Oh,
county.
if they're doing about 100,000 people, then those shitty little counties get 2 people and they're at 50%.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the other thing, though. We got 10 million people in the state of
Yeah,
Georgia.
and all of them are in Atlanta.
And we got this huge little section that only has 50 people per county.
All right, so Fulton County up near Atlanta has 2,500 cases.
Okay.
DeKalb County has 1,721. Gwinnett has 1,382. Hall has 1,022. Cobb has 1,368. The other one the only other county that's based on these current numbers that they're having on the graph, the only county that's close is Daugherty County, where's Albany?
Fuck if I know, I forgot.
Daugherty County has 1,465. And that is southwest Georgia.
Yeah, because the other ones are all clustered up to the top. What county is it?
Oh, look, it's Daugherty County.
Daugherty County. Daugherty.
Okay, so we pretty much 3 people from not very similar walks of life, close but not similar, are saying that it is bad for Kemp to open.
Well, yeah.
What's your opinion? Do you think it's a good idea to open
It's
or a
too
bad
soon.
idea?
It's just too soon.
That's what I'm
Too
saying.
soon?
If you'd have thought it was a good time to open, you look at freaking like Wyoming, where there's like 60 people in the whole state, and then you got 2 of them got it. But why would Georgia, one of the larger infected populace in the country, from what I understand?
So
Let's
Even
do by state.
if this downswing continues, even if it does, the protocol to start the reopening is that you are supposed to have a downswing for a continuous 2 weeks, a continuous full 14 days.
and that is not the case.
That's not the case.
So
Even if we are seeing a decrease in rates of cases by day, the average rates of cases by day, it hasn't been for a steady 2 weeks. We are still increasing. While we're not going straight up like this anymore, we're going kind of like this now. It has to go kind of like this
we're
for
gonna
more than
go.
2 weeks.
This is why I think it's gonna go really bad for us, is because there's only 22,000 out of 10 million people.
So we're in the top 15. We did.
But we're going to have all the people that are asymptomatic and don't show any signs, that don't know they have it, and aren't going to get tested for it because, hey, why should I get tested? I don't have any symptoms. That will give it to everybody else. And we start letting people out, oh, maybe it's the first week, maybe it's the second week, and nothing happens, and all of a sudden, like he said, 3-4 weeks, 6 weeks, we're going to see a huge spike.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to see an increase because if this is done at the
And
wrong
we're
time,
fucked.
like we think it is, it's going to take 2 weeks for all the people to get it, but then after that, it's all the people that have come in contact with them afterwards are going to wind up getting it.
I mean, yeah, all right. So let's say all the people that know they're infected stay away from everybody, and it's all the asymptomatic. I'm saying that right?
Asymptomatic. Yeah.
Asymptomatic people that don't know they have it, not the ones that do know they have it, but the ones that don't know they have it, go and spread it to everybody else. So out of 10 million people, 10 million people get infected. You got half of them that are just asymptomatic, and the rest of them get infected. That's a huge fucking crash. That's a bad day on Wall Street.
Even Wyoming has 453 cases.
Yeah, so I mean, we're fucked if you don't see the problem. You're not testing for everybody out there. If you were testing for everybody out there and said, okay, you have it, you have it, you have it. No, you're not showing signs of it because whether you're immune or you just haven't shown signs yet, you need to stay the fuck away from people. It'd be different because we could know who has it and who doesn't, and those people could stay away or possibly stay away. This is just bad for business. It's like a hooker with fucking hepatitis and AIDS, and you're hoping you only get hepatitis. So
Hep C, that is.
You want that first card?
Heart of the cards, baby. Ooh, that's a bad one. Oh,
Low card.
What you got?
Fuck.
What you got?
That's 6.
Ah, shit, dog.
There you go. Shot it up. That's not a shot. Man, if that's the case, we're just going to be drinking out of our drinks.
What? We've been doing that. I don't know
Yes,
what you thought
we need to have everybody refill their drinks.
Where's my house-infused vodka?
Right here.
I put a whole house in here.
Whole house?
It's infused with house.
You've had...
I just think that the moral of the story is if you can stay home, stay home. I understand that we are all so ready to go back to work. I'm so ready to go back to work. I'm so ready to go back to a semblance of a social life. But please, if you don't have to work, if you don't have to leave your house, if you don't have to go anywhere, just don't.
I would love to go back to work. And I'm sorry. I would probably be one of the idiots that ends up helping spread this shit because since this is opening back up and a lot of people will say, no, I'm not going anywhere just yet. I'm going to wait it out. I need to work. I cannot be I'm tired of being here. If I had my job still, I would be going nuts because I couldn't go to work over with it. This is fucking driving me nuts. I want to go to work and I might spread it around, but the bad thing is that I'm actually a higher risk of dying because of my heart problem, my heart disease. So,
and then I steal those things.
Yeah, well, I'm dead. It don't matter who takes it. So, no, stay home. Be safe. Be safe for your people that you love. Even though you think that the young ones, your guys' age, because I'm 20-some years older than you guys.
They've seen that people our age, when they get it, they are having random strokes.
Strokes. You're talking about going through pain. Even if you live through it, that's still pain you don't want to go through. Strokes and everything else. And then the little ones that could have it or whatever. Yeah, fucking don't do it. What you laughing for? Let's show us a magic trick.
I don't have a magic trick.
Oh, well, you walk the walk. You talk the talk, and I gotta walk the walk.
Let's see it.
Let's see. What am I good at? I'm not good at anything.
You get a coin?
No.
What the fuck?
It's not the time to be selfish right now.
No. I
We
understand
can
it
be
boring.
we can be as selfish as we want once we all get the all clear.
Let me
Once
tell
we
you.
get the all clear, let's go get our nails done, let's go get our hair cut, let's go do some tan, let's go to the gym.
Now let me tell
I'm
you.
all for it. We don't have the all clear yet. We are not out of the woods. We're nowhere near out of the woods. We literally just walked into the woods.
You're still at the edge, looking around. And yes, we are in the same room, and I'm not keeping myself from them. We are around each other majority of the time. Out of 7 days, where you see each other 3-4 days a week.
I don't leave my house. This is my parents. This is where we go.
With the parental units and Uncle Barron, who's almost 80 years old.
He's 80.
So, I mean, this is something that we're always around each other.
But that's because
Anybody
we ain't
else?
go nowhere else.
Yeah. I mean, even with Chris, when he comes over, it's a certain distance. It's weird down in the South. People like hugging each other. Nobody hugs me anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody gives me that.
Every time I meet
handshake
someone
and
new,
a
I give them a
hug.
little kiss.
Yeah, I mean, just be safe. Don't fuck each other over. And if you do, then you're the only person to blame, and we know it's you.
I could not live with myself knowing that I helped perpetuate a situation where if I could have just stayed at home instead of being selfish.
I would actually, yeah. I mean, I know I talked about I'm going to go back to work as soon as I can, no matter what. But I will distance myself from them. I don't have to go through my bedroom door to the rest of the house. I can go out the side
I have been told
So
while I was still working that I should just not see my parents for a while. I should just not go to my parents' house. Instead of just taking the proper precautions and doing the right thing, I should just stay away from my parents' house for a while.
yeah, that's fucking. Some things you can't avoid. Don't avoid your family. But look, we're all been in this together since the beginning of this. Nobody's been sick. We're all taking the necessary precautions.
Please don't kill my parents.
I'm taking the first one.
Oh, I want the third one. Oh, this is gonna be a good call. This is gonna be a good call. Oh, it wasn't a good call. Oh my fucking head.
Fuck.
All right, you got the 2.
No.
Oh, the 3.
Oh, we are tied. We got 3s.
We gotta play hacky sack to see who wins.
All right.
Well, now we know a lot of the 3s are gone. That's
First or second?
I want the second one. Heart of the cards. It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
You got a 10, I got a 5. Son of a bitch. I'm complaining that I really don't want to drink this whiskey.
Oh man, I'd be making more money if I got laid off, but I can't be laid off.
That's the sad thing.
Yeah, I can't be laid off.
And I mean, $600 a week
Oh my god, don't give me
just
started.
because of the pandemic and shit, and you make more money.
Yeah.
Fuck, she would
If
make
they'd
more
have
money.
sent me that $1,200, holy shit, would I have to report some more taxes
They
next
send
year?
you your
I
$1,200.
didn't get it. I don't think I qualified.
It's not
If
taxable.
they go it off of no,
I don't get mine.
I can't write down income though next year.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I
don't
got
know.
bills to pay.
That's fine with me. But if they would go off of my 19 tax return that I just filed on my birthday, shout out.
Do them so.
Then
You know what? If this is the only thing I'm ever going to complain about.
I'd qualify, but my 18, I don't think I did.
I made stupid choices when I was younger with my kids. I owe back child support. I'm not ashamed of it. I fucked up. I paid for it. At this point in time, $1,200, that would help me out a lot. I got bills still, but that money is going to my exes, and I say exes, and I mean 3 of them because I've got 5 kids. Why couldn't they just take
Rabbit.
half?
Dog the
dude.
bounty hunter had 12
Oh, I
kids.
rabbit fucked like crazy. But they could have fucking taken just half of it and gave that to my exes because I still had bills to pay. I'm still not working. I'm still not able to afford these bills. So something I've worked on for a long time, getting my credit score back up
Oh yeah.
to get myself in a position that I was in is fucked now because of this. I don't get any money. I don't get the help because I owe back child support. So my exes, that each of them will be getting over $2,000 or have already got over $2,000. Do they really need an extra, what is it, 3 divided by $400 each?
400. Yeah.
Do they really need $400 each where they could have dealt with $150, $200 each? $200 each. I'm just saying. And all you self-righteous motherfuckers out there think that I should lose it just because I'm the deadbeat dad?
Yeah, he didn't beat anybody dead.
Yeah. I'll pay my child support.
One of these days.
Not now. They ain't getting nothing but what the
Ain't
government
got no
gives them.
money.
What? Are you leaving?
Yes.
You going for a ride?
You gonna Target?
It's time for that marathon, man.
Shit. You're up
I
to
missed
We gotta go to the
300.
gym.
I gotta go get my hair
But we
did.
can't go to the
My
bar.
nails done.
We gotta go
Speaking of that-
bowling.
Speaking of that
No,
one
the bowling
picture I
alley's
was
actually
talking
not
about.
opening.
The
I
one picture I was
wouldn't either,
talking about with the guy at the salon with the not wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And they said there was a line around the shop to get a haircut.
That's
Okay.
silly.
So that's acceptable. Good night.
I'm not going to bed. Did I say I was going to bed?
Going to run a
Sound like it.
marathon.
Can you pay my
I am going.
bills?
Well, first of all, I'm cooking me egg rolls.
Take a little.
Okay.
Make lumpia.
Beer.
Make lumpia.
I need another beer.
And then I think I'm going to go for a jog around the block 3 or 4 times. You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
if I'm not back in 3 hours, I'll be laying in the corner somewhere.
Because nobody else is out there.
Exactly.
What time's your homework due?
Priorities, man.
I actually have to amend my homework. I did some of it. No, I
What the fuck are you guys doing? Talking to each other?
It's a Destiny's Child song. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my automobile?
Yeah,
Can you
'cause
pay my
I would not know that.
telephone bill?
Okay.
Then maybe
I don't
we
know
can
that
chill.
one.
I need to pee.
I don't think
Tinkle.
we're
We're
at
gonna-
2:45.
We've been on for almost 3
Yeah.
hours, dude.
We're gonna take a quick break to do that. Then we're gonna do our summary of closing out.
I thought we already did.
All right, so goodbye.
Oh.
Have a good night. Think of me when you poop.
That's why I was kept
I'm
saying don't be
Sig J.
selfish.
See you next week, I guess.
I thought we did we not?
I didn't. I'm drunk. I don't know.
I'm eating egg rolls.
I'm gonna go eat some pizza then.
Can you pay my bills?
I don't know
No, I'm broke. He could. His daddy's a doctor.
No, you're supposed to say, can you pay my automobiles?
Can you pay my child support?
No, it's a Destiny's Child
Well, they at
song.
least did-
Again, I don't know this song.
Will they at least deduct those $400 from what you owe
What?
if they split it 3 ways?
Huh? Oh yeah, it comes. It's
Oh, okay.
deducted
Well, at least
off.
you get something out of it, I guess. It's not a total loss.
I don't get nothing out of it.
Yeah, but they deduct it from your child support.
So each
So that's $1,200
chick is
you don't
getting
have to pay.
over $2,000. Not only because they're getting money for the $1,200 for themselves, but $500 for each kid. But they're getting $400 extra on top of that I could use.
500.
And it's not that I would use it to buy alcohol. I would actually use it to pay bills.
Yeah, but Bill sells the alcohol.
That's why I started that song.
Yeah, so we're going away now. Thanks for watching.
Hasta la vista.
Bye.
See you later. I'm Flannel Daniel.
How do I end this again?
You know what? I don't think we ever explained.
In
much.
streams bottom right.
Don't ask me how to end it.
Bye.